What is going on, guys? It's your boy Kozak. So I won Italian Stallions giveaway and I won the exhaust, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my reaction to that. This is my car right here. Ooh. Let me go ahead and zoom out a bit. And then this is what I won. I won an exhaust from Valve Exhaust. Opening it up and seeing how it looks. Yo, bro. Yo, this looks good, bro. I need to unbox all this stuff. So we got the mufflers. I believe this is the clamps. We got more tips because it looks like these, oh no, those are just pipes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 tips, and then more clamps for the tips, I believe. Dude. All right, we're gonna go ahead and unpackage one so we could actually see how it looks. I'm actually excited because I'm running active exhaust on this right now and I have nothing done underneath. So I'm trying to get a resonator delete so I can put it on at the same time as I put on this exhaust. But I'm honestly hype. Can't tell because it's too hot outside, but man, I'm excited to put this on. Let's go ahead and unpackage one. What I want to add is this is really well wrapped. Like, they did a great job packaging. Bro, I've never had to open something that was that well packaged before. Not even gonna lie, that was a struggle. I even had to go inside because it was too hot outside. Anyways, guys, this is what it looks like. Look at this. Oh my Lord. Look at the wheels. Look at the wheels. Bro, that looks so good. I'm actually excited to put this on my car, I'm not gonna lie. This is what it looks like, not upside down. Oh man. This is what the tip looks like, and I already slid it on just so you guys can see what it looks like. Dude, I'm so excited. I honestly can't wait to get this on. Oh man. And Jake, I really want to thank you for the giveaway. I really appreciate it, man. I bought a lot of coffee, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And on that, I'm really happy with this. And congratulations to all the other giveaway winners. Guys, next time he has a giveaway, you guys have to enter. I'm telling you, man, it's worth it. I really like the way that his system works. It's very unique. And he's not telling me to say any of this, just so you guys know. Like, he just told me to make a video. This is me making a video. So I'll go ahead and see you guys later. Doodles.
Boys, the day has come. Check this out. ESS, oil, intercooler, blow-off valve, and down to the back. We are loaded to the gill, boys, and this will be Apollo's final ever cold start, naturally aspirated Apollo. We had a good run, brother. Now, it's time to turn it all the way up. She's nasty, boys. She's about to get a whole lot nastier. We're running on like 5 hours sleep. Did not sleep the best, but it's all good because my car is getting boosted today for the first time ever. We're coming up on the 4-year mark of actually owning Apollo. I told you guys I'm gonna do the ESS and we're gonna push it for the world record. And that's a must, we're doing that. On God, we are doing that. But I wanted to see, damn, is that a piece of wood, dog? Make a long story short, I want to break down everything on this build from the start to the end of being boosted. So I want to push the stock fuel system in the Gen 3s because I know everyone can, like, sometimes you guys can afford to buy an ESS kit, but you guys can't afford to buy the fuel system right away. So I kind of want to see, with all the supporting mods I've already done to Apollo, what my car will make with the stock fuel system, with the ESS and everything we have done. And obviously we're gonna go race everyone we already pre-raced, and then we are going to run everything back drag strip wise, just see what we can get out of the car. Maybe we can get a 9-second pass with the stock fuel system. I don't know if it's possible. I haven't seen it done. I haven't seen many two people like do what I like. I'm doing this route. I have the other big fuel system. We have the dual pump from 4. We have everything we need to make 1,000 horsepower, but I don't want to do that specifically just for you guys. I could, but I'm not. I want to get more content out of this build, and I want you guys to see what it can do. So in case along the line, later down the line, you guys want to put an ESS on your car, maybe you can do the same route that I did, and you guys can see what your car will run without a fuel system. I also want to mention the goal, the record is 880 for the Gen 3s with the ESS for the G3X kit. Yeah, I would like to go faster than that. That's the goal. I have a lot of other supporting mods, like all the balancers and stuff like that. I don't know. Apollo's a unit. I think it's going to do it, but there's only one way to find out, and we're going to have to turn this thing all the way up. Oh, no. That came out of nowhere. Alrighty, boys. We got Apollo on the lift right now. The disassembly is on. Finally, we're ripping the front bumper off now. Everything's got to come off, as you can see. Got to drain the coolant, but I'm not going to show you guys all the boring stuff. We're going to pick it up when, obviously, it's getting spicy. The ESS is actually going on the car. So, yeah, let's snap our fingers to everything about to go on. Alrighty, boys, we're getting the kit all laid out. Blow-off valve, the ESS itself. This is the upgraded intercooler with no wrapping on it, so now you guys can officially see how big the 4-inch one. He's a big one. So yeah, we got Apollo coolant drained. Everything is out of the car. Everything is off that needs to come off. And yeah, you can see got a lot more space. And it's about that time. We're just making sure we have everything correct here with the ESS kit. And looks like we have everything. So it's time to start pulling the brackets off and putting all the new bolts in for the ESS. So there's one bolt there for that, one bolt there. And yeah, we're gonna figure this thing out, get it rocking and rolling. Well, boys, we're getting going here. We got the other cap, I guess you want to say, for the coolant to route it, cut the pipe, trimmed it up a little bit, and now we are getting the studs on there, the extenders for the actual bracket. You can see everything is laid out here, as like I showed y'all before. Doesn't look too bad. I'm pretty sure y'all could do this yourself. Obviously, I needed the tune aspect, but yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Really curious to see how much power it's going to make on the dyno. All right, so Dylan's working on the bracket. I got the coil packs coming out because we do have to go colder plugs with the ESS. So this is all the wiring you'll see right here for the two-step. Coil packs are coming out so we can get to the spark plugs. And we shall be good. Bracket for the blow-off valve is mounted to the intercooler. Also, on this side, I am working on taking out the spark plugs. Got the first two out, and all the coil packs are off to the back. Also working on this side now to get the colder ones in. And here are the cold ones. The NGK right here. Those are the ones going in Apollo. Fresh plugs. I'm curious to see how the OEM ones look. These are OEM, nothing but racing on these. 18, almost 19,000 miles. I don't think they're going to be bad, but curious to see. All right, boys, so we got two of them out so far. I want to pick it up to show you guys. This is OEM versus brand new. Don't look too bad, in my opinion. They really don't. I thought they were worse at first because of the darkness, but Dylan said it's not too bad. So overall, look pretty good so far. And yeah, just gonna get the rest of them out. Not gonna show you guys all that, but I just want to pick it up, show you guys 18,000, 19,000 miles of nothing but racing looks like on these Ford OEM ones. Pretty good. Far, very easy install. The ESS is on, bracket, and the blower itself. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what pulley size we want to go with to start it off. I think we're going to go the biggest of the biggest pulley size, because like I told you guys, stock fuel system, we're going to be pushing the absolute limits of this car. Eventually, I'm going to drop the car back off, and they're going to do the fuel system itself once I'm not here, and we get all the injectors and everything else comes in. We have the fuel system, just waiting for the injectors and stuff, but overall, we're going to push it, stock fuel system, see what we can run at the track and show you guys 6130 times and that such. And yeah, hopefully we can get lower in the 10s just with this setup as of now, plus the two-step I think is going to be sick. And then we also still have all the intercooler and stuff to put on, but overall this is mounted up. It looks awesome. I love the back of it. That's billet. It just looks so dope, and I am more than excited to take this thing out and actually start racing it. All right, guys, so I think we got everything done for the most part today of what we could get done, because like I said, I haven't seen another Cobra Jet car with an ESS kit, so we do have to do some custom stuff to it. And that being said, we have to do some custom piping from the cold side all the way up to the intake right here from the intercoolers. You can see that pipe, how it runs right there across, and then up to the top to the throttle body. So that's the only thing we really got to fix, or they got to do custom. But intercoolers on, I'm not gonna lie, this kit was a very easy install, but like I said, Dylan is a pro at this and he knows what he's doing, so it's super easy for him. I just never want to mess anything up, and like I'm said, I'm right now, so like this is it we can do today, and the car is not going to make it home. So that's the reason why I didn't want to do it at the house, because I would have therefore had to trailer it down here for them to mock up the pipe and do it for him. So it was just easier in the long run, because I was dead set on keeping the Cobra Jet and the VMP monoblade, because not many people can run them. My tuner is a G, and yeah, I'm loving everything about this car. So fingers crossed, everything's been going good so far. Keep you guys posted. And I forgot to mention, they said we can't run on E85 with this. It's going to max out the stock fuel system. I completely misread what they messaged me. So we have to drain the gas and put it fully back to pump gas. So it should make around like maybe 630, 650 wheel. And we're going to be on 93 octane, and we're going to take it back to the track and see what it can do. Hopefully we can get like a 1040 pass with it. I'll be more than happy with that on pump gas. And then obviously once the fuel system's here, they're going to knock that out, and then we're going to be turning it up all the way. But as of now, this is Apollo as it sits. I'll be back, my brother, and yeah, we'll pick it up then. Alrighty, fam, we're picking it back up the next day. So I want to, before we go in the shop, see what it makes on the dyno. I'm going to show you guys the whole Cobra Jet setup, but I want to say, we're not chasing any world records right now with it on pump gas. We're not gonna like max out the fuel pump. We're not going super crazy. This is gonna be a very conservative pump gas tune so I could race it and it's gonna be safe. I don't wanna push anything. I told the shop, I was like, don't go super crazy with it because I don't want the stock pumps to fail, because I've put them through hell already. I absolutely have. So the plan is get the car, check it out, make sure it's good. We're gonna go race it, see what we can get, a new personal best with the car, dial it in launching, and then once we head to Mustang Week, I'm gonna drop it back off for the fuel system. Then we're gonna switch over to E85 and really turn it up. But I wanted to make this video to every single person that can't afford a fuel system right away. So if you want a conservative tune on 93, that'd be very safe to get longevity out of the car. You guys are about to witness that. Obviously, counteract all the other parts I have extra, which you guys already know about. If not, I will tag the other video that I've done, the full breakdown of everything that is done to Apollo at the end of this video. So yeah, let's go inside, check out Apollo, and I'm super stoked. First look with the Cobra Jet, with the monoblade, everything is on, everything is running. So you can see the custom pipe, relocated the catch can, relocated the two-step. You guys might have showed that in the previous video. And actually, you guys know, I remember I told you guys about Apollo squirting out oil up to the top. It was actually the oil seal, so we had to replace the whole gasket on there. And yeah, getting the car dialed in, we had to take the E85 out of the car. I just filled it up before I dropped it off because I thought it was going to stay on E, so we had to switch it all over to pump gas now. So it is, she's running. I like the fitment with the Cobra Jet. I am not the only one running a CJ with the ESS from what I've heard. I haven't seen anyone else's cars personally done with the ESS and the Cobra Jet, but I've heard like maybe 3 other cars, but I haven't seen any pictures. I haven't seen anything. If anyone has another ESS car that with the Cobra Jet, tag me, let me know, send me some pictures. I'd like to see y'all set up and how y'all did it. But yeah, Revolution absolutely killed it with the car. It looks phenomenal. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, let's see what she makes power wise. All right, boys, so the converter was acting a little weird on Apollo, going from the NA stuff over to the boosted stuff, so a lot of changes have to be made. And like I said, again, we're not chasing anything substantially crazy. I would like to see another 150 to the wheels with the blower on 93 pump gas, but obviously you guys know, like I said, once we're on 85, we're gonna be getting after it like really heavy. Motor is gonna be seeing its limits, blower is gonna be seeing its limits, transmission's definitely already seeing its limits, just from the way I've been abusing the car. But yeah, let's see what Apollo will do. I think Apollo was spinning on that one, definitely spinning. Alrighty, boys, well, this did not go the way I expected. I did not think I was gonna film this video and then it was gonna go to this. So we do have a little bad news, as you can see from the title and thumbnail. It did not go as planned. So what pretty much happened was, you guys know, Apollo did get an upgraded converter. It is from Circle D. It is a 3200 stall. It is spec'd perfect for the ESS. Like I told you guys before, that was the reason I went with the ESS over doing twin turbo, so I wouldn't have this problem, and then it kind of snowballed. But I'm gonna throw a picture up on the screen of what the converter looks like now. So pretty much you can see that heat spot completely all the way around the converter, which is not good. You do not want to see that at all. So I don't know really what we're gonna do with Apollo, because we weren't able to finish the car. It was going on the dyno, and I was there to like pretty much film the car that day and like do the dyno. But as soon as we started trying to make a pull, we were commanding for the converter to be locked, which was like 1.05 or something, I believe Adam was telling me. And once the converter locks, it's supposed to obviously rev all the way up and make all the power. But it kept unlocking the converter, unlocking it back up at certain points. So very odd. We tried multiple gears, like they said to do, to run like a series of tests. It did the same thing every gear. Therefore, we were like, wow, something is wrong with the car. All the fluid looks good. Transmission fluid was just changed. Previously, when I did the converter 4,000 miles ago, I changed the fluid probably now 5th time on my 10-speed after like maintaining it, just checking it, doing the converter, swapping from the old converter to the new converter. So Apollo's maintenance record is phenomenal. It probably cannot get any better than Apollo's maintenance record. So pretty much as of now, I dropped off the OEM, the stock converter that came with Apollo. I think we're gonna put that back in the car and just kind of run it as is and see what the car does. The car is gonna be very capable of 9s, very capable of 8s. I think it's gonna be a little harder to get the record that I want because I need a very, very low 60 foot. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe I can send the converter out. It's still under warranty, so they're gonna rebuild it for free, hopefully. I think I just have to pay for shipping. But yeah, I think maybe this could have been a blessing. I don't think the transmission is hurt. And the reason I say that is because I drove it all the way to the shop. It felt fine. No gears, hunt, it doesn't do anything weird. It only is like at certain times when the converter will like want to lock up and flash and like go down. So it does like a weird like falls on its face and then it will re-catch again. But that's why I kind of stopped driving the car because I was like, maybe it needs a retune, maybe something. It just didn't feel right to me. So that's why Apollo was parked here. And yeah, that is pretty much how this video is going to end, unfortunately. But if Revolution gets the car done, which I think they will, they have the transmission already out today with the converter out. Obviously, you guys saw that picture. And I have to give the biggest shout out to them again. I give them so many shout outs. I love them tremendously. I feel like they're family to me at this point because I just been there so much and we've done so much work together to help me grow the channel. And obviously, I try to help out their shop as much as possible. So shout out Revolution Automotive again. I will link their Facebook down below if you guys need anything. Best Mustang shop in the DMV. They take care of anything me. F-150 wise, Mustang wise, Shelby GT 500 wise, and Dark Horse wise. So they're just amazing in my opinion. But yeah, I still plan on trying to get a track pass done before Mustang Week. So I'm going to try to everything in my power to make that happen for you guys. But I want to mention this before I close out today's video because you guys just watched a lot. Dark Horse will be the car that is coming to Mustang Week this year. I just am doing a full transformation on the Dark Horse. Wheels wise, it is gonna look phenomenal. And as you guys can see, I got the calipers painted red. Told you guys I was gonna do the red. I even have the Bromo stickers in white ready to go. So this is pretty sick. I'm super stoked about that. And I even got the little one. I'm gonna put this one on like the emergency brake caliber. I thought that was pretty cool. It's gonna look sick when it's done. Last thing before we close out this video, 60% of you guys, maybe a little more, give or take, I don't know, it all depends on the video, but a lot of y'all are not subscribed. I'm trying to get to 100,000. If you love me, you wanna support me, please hit that subscribe button, road to 100K boys, hit that bell notification so you guys can jump on every single video. Let's keep this thing going. I wanna give back to you guys as much as possible with the giveaways and stuff. The giveaway did just end and you guys probably saw that in the beginning of this video. The giveaway is officially over. I plan on starting the next one after Mustang Week, getting towards December time and stuff like that. So after Mustang Week and all that hecticness is done, settle back here, address the game plan, and get the next giveaway ready to go. Last thing I have to say is if you guys want merch at Mustang Week, let me know. I am rocking the Coyote Powered shirt right now. This one I absolutely tore up in the shop, got a little ripped up doing some exhaust work. But I want to mention if you guys want anything, stickers, shirts, let me know now because I can bring some down with me. I didn't plan on bringing a lot of stuff down because I also have the website running. I'm paying for that nonstop to stay live. So if you guys hit the link down below, if you guys want to grab some shirts, hoodies, coffee, stickers, whatever the case may be, I'm going to bring a little bit of stuff down. But like I said, if you guys want to meet me in person, if you guys want to place an order with me now, message me and follow me on Instagram, ItalianStallion410, same as the YouTube. And maybe we can meet up in person. You guys can see the Dark Horse, check it out, see the new wheels on the car. Hopefully you guys will be seeing the reveal video before Mustang Week. But yeah, Mustang Week hopefully is going to be an absolute blast this year. I hope I can see a lot of you guys there. But yeah, that is a wrap for today's video with Apollo. I'm excited. It is sick boosted. I mean, that the first little hit of the car was moving. It's going to make some steam, and I'm super stoked they got it to work with the Cobra Jet. I heard some people say it's not the first Cobra Jet ESS car. Like other shops, smaller shops have done it for other customers' cars, but nothing I have yet seen. I still have yet to see a picture. I have yet to see a video. Everyone does the Boss 302 manifold, and everyone's going to be like, Jake, what's the difference? It's all the inlet size. My Cobra Jet size is like this. The Boss and the 18 manifold inlets are like this. They're just like regular small intake inlets. But I'm super stoked. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Much love as always. Road to 100K boys, and I will catch you in the next one. Deuces.